Brian Ellsworth. I work at Forman Associates in Los Angeles. I'm working in lighting specification sales. I deal a lot with architects, lighting designers, electrical engineers, and then also some studios, direct relationships with studios. I guess how I got into it was working with set decorators in the 90s in Los Angeles. Just a random phone call from a set decorator who was looking for lights for a movie set for Crimson Tide. And it really was an introduction to working with creative people. It was exciting, to be working on major films in Hollywood. So that was kind of the pathway. I then got introduced to a lot of different kinds of lighting companies. Everything from explosion-proof fixture to a Foscarini Italian light fixture for a tabletop. So the exposure, it just kind of fed the curiosity in me, which led me down this path of lighting. So I've had the privilege of working on some pretty amazing projects. I'd have to say that 2nd Street Tunnel, it was a project that we really didn't know what kind of overall effect it was going to have when it was installed. And it ended up winning, some awards in the end. And I really got to see the effect that a colored lighting project in a public space can have on people. When we were doing the commissioning on that project, there was people that lived in that area that were walking through the tunnel and just stopped on the sidewalk, said, what is going on here? So just very excited about what we were doing. And I'll never forget, one of the people that walked up to us said, you people all look like really happy right now. Like, what's going on here? I said, we are happy. Like, this is just, we're amazed with how this turned out. So that probably, if I had to pick a top one, it would be 2nd Street Tunnel. That's a UK-based design team. Peter Fink is the artist. Spears and Major is the lighting designer. And Bureau Happel is the electrical engineer on that project. I think the interesting thing about that project is just the sheer scale of that project. Each one of those pillars is 20 stories tall. And the fact that you can precisely light such a thing is still amazing to me. That really is indicative of what you can do with the optics on a color kinetics fixture and just how precise they are, where you're literally painting light onto a 200-foot piece of concrete. Amazing. So again, when that one opens up, whenever that's going to be, there'll be a worldwide reaction to that project. So it's just an extreme privilege, again, to be involved with something that, when I hang it up one day and I look back on that, when I show my kids that, hey, Dad worked on that project, it's going to be a really special feeling. So I'm privileged to be in the lighting industry. It's a big push, especially being California-based, energy savings, sustainability, the circular nature of these things, which to me is an exciting reason to be repping Signify. They're our biggest line at Forman Associates. And I know that is a extremely high priority at Signify. So to be able to take that to market, especially with our electrical engineering clients as a selling point, that's huge because, we live in a finite world. So we can't keep tossing things into landfills. It just, we're coming to the end of that. So we have to reverse that and to build products that are, first of all, going to last a long time, and then that can be recycled in terms of the components. That's not only a nice thing, it's a necessary thing if we want to stay on this planet. One tool that I think is coming, and I was talking with a couple other people about this, is the area of AI generation to do renderings. On Coronado Bridge, we did an extremely large mock-up. So I've always been curious about, is the technology coming where instead of doing a very expensive, logistically challenging mock-up like that, can you just generate that on a computer to get the kind of results that you're trying to get? It's a yes and no. It's not a foolproof answer either way, because sometimes you need people to experience what the lighting is going to look like in a space, and you can't do that on a computer. So I think AI is going to be another tool in the tool chest but it's not going to replace a lot of the things that we do right now in lighting, like mock-ups.